Hey everybody, my name is Dan McClellan. I'm a public scholar of the Bible and religion that seeks to increase public access to the academic study of the Bible and religion and to combat the spread of misinformation about the same. So let's take a look at a video.
And so I started reading a real PDF document called The Secrets of the Vatican. And I'm going to tell you 5 things that the Vatican is hiding that no one knows about.
All right, let's see it.
Secret number 1. The Bible actually contained 80 chapters, and now the Bible has 66. The Vatican actually took these missing chapters out of the Bible and they keep them. The name of these chapters in the Bible are actually quite mystical.
So these texts are known as the Apocrypha, and they're not individual chapters, they're individual books and some stories that were added on to existing books in what Christians call the Old Testament. Now, the particularly baffling part of this conspiracy theory is that the Apocrypha was originally compartmentalized and then removed from the Bible by Protestants, not by the Vatican. The Catholic Church still publishes the Apocrypha with their Bibles today. So I don't know how this anti-Catholic conspiracy theory got started, but it is particularly uninformed.
Some of those books that were taken, there were 18, and now the remaining number of chapters is 66, which is weird in itself. But here are some of them that say, like, the Book of Giants, the Book of Psalms, and it said that some of these books actually contain myths of sirens, mermaids, giants, and things of that nature, which kind of makes sense of why they would take them out. And the Vatican has these, by the way. In what I think they said 1615, they actually removed these books from the Bible.
So that list includes books and stories from the Apocrypha, but it also includes texts known as the pseudepigrapha, the false writings, which were never a part of the Bible. And the Vatican did not do anything related to these texts in 1615. Martin Luther was the first to take all these texts and put them in their own section of the Bible in the early 1500s when he published his translation of the Bible. And then it was published within Protestant Bibles as this separate section known as the Apocrypha between the Old Testament and the New Testament up until the 19th century, when the American Bible Society and the British and Foreign Bible Society began to print Bibles that just contained the Old and the New Testament. For a few reasons, mainly to save costs on printing. They were trying to distribute Bibles throughout the UK, throughout America, and this created for more efficient printing and more efficient shipping and things like that. And by the end of the 19th century, it became standard for Protestants to publish Bibles without the Apocrypha, and that remains the standard to today.
It includes the missing chapter, the story of Bel and the Dragon, the Apostles' Creed.
So the Apostles' Creed is not Apocrypha or pseudepigrapha. That's just an early Christian creed that you can find anywhere.
The Apocalypse of Abraham. Yeah, that freaks me out.
So these texts have been publicly available for decades, and some of them for centuries. You can find the text of the Apocrypha in any Catholic edition of the Bible, and the pseudepigraphical text of the Old Testament you can find in a few different places. Probably the most easily accessible is James Charlesworth's 2-volume set, which was published many years ago.
Number 2, there were 3 children that were said to have seen the Virgin Mary, and the Virgin Mary bestowed upon them 3 secrets, one for each individual child.
So just in the interest of time, if you Google Our Lady of Fatima, the Wikipedia article on this is pretty decent and shares the content of the 3 mysteries that were delivered to the girls. There's nothing particularly spooky or unusual about this. There are numerous Marian apparition stories that have been in circulation around the world for many years, and this is just one of them.